Welcome to REMelations. We're your hosts. I'm Mindy.
And I'm Brooke.
REMelations is a dream interpretation podcast where we read listeners' dreams, from nightmares to the just plain bizarre. Join us as we give you our comedic interpretation of your fucked up REM cycle. We're going on an elevator journey with Christian this week in a dream with tall skyscrapers, random cities, and unwelcome strangers.
We also have some great catnaps. You know, what's better than having an apple with Budda? But there is also an elevator to hell, which is not
the opposite of having an apple with Budda.
Opposite of having an apple. Celebrities in airports, yeah.
Yeah.
And haunted chickens. And you're going to want to stick around because I'm going to tell you a few creepy things that kids have said.
All right, Bestie. Get in that elevator, hit floor 500, because we're on our way to another great episode. So let's get started.
Woo!
Well, look at you all cozy in your jams and your cute little new hairdo.
Thanks. I love my
I had my hair done last week, and now you got your... It's like we're brand new people. We're brand new podcasters.
A copycat. I just do whatever Mindy does.
It looks good on you. You look great.
Thank you, honey.
All right, let's just roll into it. We're rolling right into it. Here we go. This dream comes from Christian from New York. You're going to understand why I picked this dream, Brooke. You're going to understand quite quickly why.
Okay, let's see.
It's literally a crazy ride.
I love it.
So, hold on.
You know I'm going to love it.
Christian begins. I recently started to remember my dreams almost every day. Most dreams are forgettable because they're too random. But today, I had a very weird and long dream. So here's how it happened.
Okay.
I was going to the apartment of a friend because he invited me for a party. I arrived at his apartment. I found an elevator with more than 500 floors. I was very confused.
That's pretty big.
It's like big. I mean, I don't even think the tallest skyscraper goes 500 floors.
I don't think so. Was it in Dubai? I don't think so.
I don't think that one can't go to 500, right?
No, I don't think 500.
Hey Siri, what's the tallest skyscraper? How many floors?
The tallest skyscraper in the world, Burj Khalifa, has 163 floors.
But
it's not even close to 500.
That's the one in Dubai.
That's the big one in Dubai. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so we're up like miles
we're like
above the earth.
4 times higher than that, and that thing is in the clouds.
Crazy. I was confused about this elevator when I received a text from my friend about which floor he lives on. He said 284th.
Could you imagine telling somebody that? Like, come on over. BYOB, just hit security code 2634 and then floor 522.
I mean, how long is that elevator ride? That's gotta be...
Like, do you have to include that in your commute time in the morning? Like,
yes,
okay,
probably.
It's going to take me 35 minutes to get down the elevator.
Could you imagine having a dog and having to bring it down? You go outside.
That poor dog.
Okay. Hold it, Rover, hold it. All right. So his friend's on 284th. I was on floor 220.
Oh.
So I entered the elevator and pressed the button 284. Strangely, the elevator started going up really fast.
Oh, wow.
It was so fast that it knocked me down to the ground and I couldn't get up. It was like I was paralyzed on the ground.
It's an express elevator.
Like a super express elevator. Well, I mean, to go up 500, I mean, you kind of need a fast one.
You gotta go, but I mean, he's only going up a few hundred, right? Or not even.
Still, it's taller than that big building in Dubai. I saw the number of the floors as they passed, and for some reason, it was decreasing instead of increasing.
Oh, boy.
The elevator stopped when I hit floor number 110.
God damn it.
It opened.
I got another 35 minutes to get upstairs.
Well, it's the funny thing is he started on 284. No, did he start on 1? I don't know. I told you, this is a journey.
It's a legitimate
elevator journey. So at floor 110, the door opens. It wasn't his apartment. It was the outside of one of the houses that I lived in previously. I was very confused.
Say.
I left the elevator, checking if it was the real house that I had lived in, when I noticed one thing. The area was full of dogs. Oh, there's the dogs.
There they are.
And I remember that 2 of the dogs were looking at me and growling a little.
I say Christian, maybe back up and choose a different path.
A different floor. I was afraid of being attacked when suddenly I noticed a lady sitting next to these 2 dogs. She calmed them, and then I felt relief and decided to return to the elevator to use it. This time, for some reason...
I don't trust this elevator.
Instead of going to floor 284 to see my friend, I wanted to go to floor 1. I pressed the number 1.
Just because?
Maybe he forgot something in the car.
Christian's like, I'm getting the fuck out of this crazy ass building. 1L lobby, L.
Closed door. He's hitting it really fast. It doesn't help anything. You know that. The elevator went down normally this time, but it stopped on a floor that I don't remember the number. It was somewhere between 60 and 69.
It's so specific. I love this dream.
The door opened. I was for some reason at the center of Rio de Janeiro.
Well, that's why you should have gone to the 60s floors previously. You could have gone to Carnival.
Right to Brazil. Ooh, that's fun. I remember that I was confused, and there were 4 strangers that then entered the elevator with me. I noticed that these 4 people were all looking at me, and it was scaring me. But I stayed quiet without moving for my own safety. One of them pressed the button 50.
Okay, we're going down, Sil. We're going down.
When the elevator reached floor 50, it opened. It was in the middle of another city. They all looked very confused at each other, and then they left the elevator. Again, I felt big relief. For some reason at this moment, my appearance changed.
Of course, this is where your appearance changes. It always happens between 30 and 50 floors.
For some reason, I am now a small young girl.
Oh, yes. We've seen this before.
My new appearance resembles the characters from Adeline from the Kirby games. I pressed the button 1, because that's probably all she could reach.
What's the Kirby game? I don't know.
It's like a video. I mean, there's like a Kirby video game.
Oh, okay. But 1 is the closest?
Well, I'm just guessing.
Oh, you're talking about the elevator. Oh, my God. I'm so dumb. Sorry. I thought you were talking about video game terminology. I'm like, what does pressing 1 mean? Got it.
Floor number 1. We're going back down.
Cut it out.
I'm keeping it in. The elevator goes up this time instead of stopping on floor 90. When it opened, I was in a city without any sign of life.
I don't like this elevator, Mindy. I'm going to tell you right now.
You're not getting anywhere you want to get.
No, up, down, sideways. It just goes wherever it wants to go.
It's like the Wonkavator. I decided to get off on this floor, floor 90, and I explored that little city for a little while. I only had a little bit of fear this time, but had more curiosity about the place than fear.
Okay.
After some time, I decided to return to the elevator and press the button 500 this time.
Why? Go
Moving
to the
penthouse. Penthouse party.
To the north side.
After the elevator went up for some time, then I woke up.
Oh, my God.
What was on floor 500? We'll never know.
The penthouse.
But what city was it? Was it Paris?
Oh,
like, where are we going?
They were back in Dubai maybe by the end. Oh.
Right, probably.
I don't know.
Okay, so if you had to guess, Brooke, why do you think I picked this dream?
Oh. Was it because I was stuck in an elevator once?
No. I do remember
internationally?
that. Wow, Yeah, I picked it for the numbers because there's so many numbers.
Oh, numbers. There's 50, there's 350, there's 70, there's 1, there's... Yes,
so many numbers. But let's share with our bestie. So you're stuck in the elevator story.
I was in Mexico for spring break one year.
Yes.
Just
Woohoo,
which
fun.
is a good way to go, kids. Just saying. I was there with 3 other girls. We had one room. We were just splitting it. And the elevator was like a 2-person elevator, like a small elevator.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's pretty small. 2 people is not big enough.
so like the
That's
2
like-
people that had the biggest suitcases, surprise, I'm one of
You?
them. And then my friend, Taryn. And so we're like, okay, we'll go in the elevator. And the other 2 were like, well, we've got like nothing. We'll just walk down the stairs.
Okay.
Well, then our elevator just stops. And
How many floors were? How many floors?
No,
in this
it wasn't
building? Was there 500?
No, it
Were you
wasn't.
stuck
It
on?
was more like 700. No, it was like 4 floors or something. It was
Okay, not horrible.
Not horrible, but like you're trapped in an elevator in a foreign country and
Yeah.
you don't know what's going on. Like we didn't know what to do, and like
You didn't learn how to say I'm stuck in an elevator in Espanol, Brooke.
that
You didn't learn that
is
in
that
Spanish
yo
class.
soy something? I don't know.
Stuck in elevator.
Stuck in elevator. See, I mean, por favor.
Assistance.
Assistance, por favor. And we were in there for a good hour before we even
Terrifying.
heard anything. And it was like a knock on the top of the elevator. It was like, hola, ¿cómo está? And we're like, I don't know. We're not good. I don't know. We don't speak
I'm running out of air.
We only speak English, like, please. And the thing is, it's like, I'm the one that's kind of a little claustrophobic, and my friend wasn't, but she was freaking out.
Oh, yeah.
So
I
I
don't
had to
think I would
just
like
take that other,
Yeah,
I
side
had
of the
to
coin.
put
You had to
my stuff aside and be like, hey,
calm one.
Taryn, party in the elevator. Like,
Too bad you didn't have any cocktails with you at that
no
point.
cocktails, unfortunately.
Darn.
But like, I had to turn in, as you would too, the sympathizer. The one that is going to take care of the people. So we got out. It was fine.
How long did it take you? How long after they got there did it take them to get you out?
Maybe
An hour?
another 30, 45 minutes. So maybe 2 hours
so long.
total. But it feels like eternity.
This is why I'll never enter an elevator without my cell phone. Ever. Like, I don't know why. Like, if I'm in a hotel or I'm just running, so I will always stop
Mindy,
and make sure I have my cell phone.
You
just
are
in
a
case I get
silly
stuck.
goose. Do you remember how old we were when we were going to do spring breaks? There were
Oh, yeah. Oh, right. There were no cell
cell
phones back then.
phones were really a thing.
I mean, if your parents had money, maybe.
they
but,
were
yeah.
around, but they weren't common.
They were just used to make telephone calls.
Yeah, to make telephone
Yeah.
calls, and they certainly did not have international packages.
No. Well, Christian didn't get stuck in an elevator, but he also didn't get where he was originally intending on going either. So here we go. So we've talked about elevators, any sort of transportation, escalators, elevators, stairs, up and down kind of means, positives or negatives in your life. The problem with this dream is we are up and down and
All
up and
over.
down again and down and up and then up and down. I'm going to go through the floors with you for a moment. So
Please.
bear with me. Here's how we got here.
Okay.
500, 220, 110, 1, 60 to 69,
I love that one. That's just
50,
60 to
90,
69.
500. So we kind of like go down and then up and then down and back up. It's just it's all over the board.
Feels like a roller coaster ride, and I know I say that a lot, but
Yes.
like it really does. Like literally, like it's taking Christian all over the place, and like for Christ's sake, maybe all he wants to do is go down and get a coffee, and he's going 500. He's going to 1, but then he can't get out on 1. He has to go up to 60 to 69. It's like.
And here's the problem. He never got to his friend's house. This is the whole start of the dream, is he had to get to floor 284, and he never, ever did. I think this overall arching thing of this dream is going somewhere with no destination. Like maybe you're at that point of your life, Christian, where your opportunities are open. You don't know where you want to go. And that's kind of coming through in this dream, I feel. And the fact that he's going to all these different cities. Every time the elevator opens on a floor, it's a different place.
Does
Christian need to... Sorry.
No. That's totally fine. But I've always loved the quote, life's a journey, not a destination. Mm-hmm. So maybe Christian's just on his journey, and every elevator door that opens is a little insight into maybe what he wants, or tells him, nope, I don't want that. I don't want to be there. So
Well, I think that's interesting as well, because let's talk about these places he stops. The first one is a home he used to live in.
Yes.
So that's familiar, right? We're starting in a familiar place.
Yep.
But there's these dogs that are growling at him and being aggressive. And so all of a sudden he goes to very fearful. Something that should be comfortable and common to him. All of a sudden he's put in a situation where he feels fearful. But then there's a woman there who calms the dogs down. And by the end of that visit to this floor, what are we on? 110? He's calm. By the time he gets back in the elevator, he's like, okay, I dealt with that situation. I'm getting back on my ride.
Right.
Stop number 2. We're in Rio de Janeiro. Here, 4 strangers get on his elevator. So he sees the city, 4 people get on, and he says he's feeling uneasy when they get on the elevator. He's like, I'm trying to stay still. I'm trying to, not make them notice me. I have a bad feeling.
I know this sounds stupid, but it's almost like the new dogs. These are the dogs in this part of the dream.
Exactly. I thought the same thing. It was like a challenge. And it started off hard again. And by the time they got off, he was like, okay, that part's done. Then we go to random city. I don't know what we're on floor 60 to 69 now, I think. And here we have a challenge where his appearance changes, and all of a sudden he becomes a little girl. So again, another challenge.
Yeah,
that's happening.
About that.
And then the last one that he gets off, and he says it's a little city, the last place he stops. And he says when he went out to explore the city, he felt more curious than fearful. So each of these floors he's stopping at, each of these cities or destinations, he's becoming more and more open to the change, or more and more accepting, or more and more less fearful of his journey that he's on in life, I think.
I agree.
It's a pretty interesting dream. I haven't come across one like this, but I would be a fool not to talk about the numbers a little bit.
I want you to talk about the numbers, but I agree with you that this could just totally be a learning experience dream. I would love to know how old Christian is, what stage of life you're in, because your outlook is totally different. You could have 2 different experiences when you're 20 and when you're 30, and have it be completely different. Just be,
or
just
if he's 70 and he's looking back more, this is like a reflection on his life. I started off being fearful, and this journey of this elevator is kind of like a replay of how his life was and how he grew up throughout the journey. I don't know. But let's talk about the numbers. I can't skip this part because it's the whole reason I bought into this dream.
Oh no, the numbers.
Oh man. Okay, so typically how I look at numbers in numerology is if there's a large number, like 284, you add the 2 plus the 8 plus the 4, which gets you 14. You add the 1 and the 4, that gets you 5. So 5 is your number. Numbers between 0 and 9. So I kind of did. I kind of went through all these floor numbers.
I'm getting relaxed. I'm I want to hear this shit.
So I'm getting through all these floor numbers, and let me tell you a little bit about what these numbers kind of come through. Just one word that maybe can express what these floors perhaps meant. 500, number 5 is about freedom, feeling unoppressed. 4 is about stability. Number 2 is about balance. Floor number 1, which is about being original and your true self.
Right.
Number 6 is about acceptance. And then we go back through stability, and then we go to freedom, and then we go to surrender, and then we go to freedom again.
There's a lot of freedoms in that.
There's a lot of freedom in it. I don't know. Numbers I always find interesting in dreams. I think being that he's bouncing back and forth between these different floors can just mean that at different parts of his life or his future or where he sees himself, he is going through all these changes, figuring out who he was originally. Where is he finding his freedom? Where is he getting his acceptance from? But either way, whether it's not a direct route, like life isn't a direct route, it's about ups and downs, he gets where he wants to go. He gets somewhere at the end.
He does get there, and he doesn't cause too much of a fuss wherever he gets. Like, he doesn't let it overwhelm him. I feel like he's got a lot of changes in his life, but, like, he opens the door, and here he is in some other city, and he's like, yeah, let me go take a look. You know, like, he's more curious than afraid, and I love that quality in a person. I love that quality in a person.
I think the last floor is also telling that it was the top floor. It's the penthouse. It's the pinnacle of the building. Is that the end of his journey? I don't know.
Or is floor 1 the end of his journey?
What if this is a sub-basement and actually floor 500 is the lowest floor?
No.
And floor number 1 is the lobby. The other way.
Mindy.
I don't know.
Don't get me started. Please don't get me started. I do want to go to sleep tonight. I'll be thinking about it all night.
Thank you, Christian, for sharing your dream. I found it very interesting and wild ride.
Yes. As we do say, a wild ride. Bestie! Bestie! Calling all besties. Mindy never knows what to expect from me.
No, I don't.
Hello.
Never. This is Bestie, yes?
This is Bestie here.
I'll take your call.
Calling, answering on Klondike 523. You know what a great way to support the show would be? It'd be great, of course, if you lived in Chicago. We would all love that. And you could come to our live show on... What? Saturday, February 24th at 7 p.m. in Elgin at the Dark Matters Podcast Festival. Just come. And if you don't live in the area, guess what you can do? You can join our sleepover squad. All you got to do is go to REMelations.com/support to see all the different ways you can support our show. But for the live show in particular, go to REMelations.com/live and sign up for our sleepover squad. It's worth it.
It is now time for you to settle in for catnaps with your host, Brooke Aldhouse.
Hi there. How are you tonight? We're about to get into some catnaps. Are you ready to cuddle with me? Because I'm ready to cuddle with you.
Catnaps is where we share listeners' dreams. We don't analyze them. We just want to hear the softness of your voice and the love in your heart. So, let's get started with these catnaps.
I've got some love in my heart to share tonight, Mindy.
So happy to hear that.
This is Charlie from Chattanooga. Says, Jet, my wife, and I had an argument. The results were hilariously terrifying. Ooh. That's an interesting combination. You don't hear hilariously terrifying too often. No idea what the argument was over. The dream didn't reveal that context to me, or I just don't remember. What I do remember is that my dream, when I went to sleep, and while I was sleeping, she shaved my beard into Civil War style mutton chops. And changed my Facebook screen name to Mr. Stinky Strawberry Cheesecake.
Wow, he's a catch. I mean, I don't know what she trying to like pawn him off on someone else, because that sounds like something every girl would go for.
Bad because he's just sounding better and better.
Brooke, do you want me to see if they're still together?
Can you dig into this one?
Yeah, I'll find out. Maybe that fight was a little too much for the relationship to handle, and I can see what I can do with Mr. Mutton Chops.
Mr. Mutton Chops, Mr. Stinky Strawberry. cheesecake. As a result of this name change, I became an instant social pariah, obviously, among all my friends and family. The in dream, in quotes, result was devastating. The real world view is hilarious. Like, why would my brain even generate that scenario? My wife and I aren't fighting or anything either, just total random.
Oh, sorry, Brooke. He's taken then.
He's taken.
Well, we'll keep our eye out for something similar. Maybe stinky New York style cheesecake. We'll see if we can
Maybe stinky New York style pizza. that sounds good. He finishes with just saying it was just total random download of the stupidest crap my mind can spew out. Hey, that happens to all of us. It really, really does.
Well, I have one here from Ruby from Idaho Falls, Idaho. It'd be weird if it was Idaho Falls, like Montana. So here we go. I started having what I think are night terrors when I was 19. The first one, the dream was just black, except for a gray, expressionless, and eyeless face that came closer and closer and closer to me.
You know, I don't like it.
I didn't know I was screaming until my parents rushed in and asked me what happened. For a while after that one, I would occasionally have dreams of usually spiders pouring out from under my pillow. And then I'd wake up backing off the bed and screaming like the spiders in my dream were real and I was trying to get them off myself.
And this is...
The last nightmare I remember was I had these inky black hands reach up out of my mattress trying to grab me. And that was about 3 years ago, but I haven't had one since.
Good.
You were like on a very bad train.
I'm so
very bad
glad you
ride.
haven't had one since.
Ooh,
Yeah,
those
that
are three
was a
bad ones. Ooh.
Really creepy.
Which ones do you think the worst are of the three? We have eyeless man, faceless guy, spiders on your pillow, or inky black hands reaching up from your mattress?
mean, inky black hands reaching up is probably the scariest, but I don't like spiders, so I wouldn't want them around me either, but I have seen spiders. I have not
You haven't seen
inky black
mattress
hands,
man? No.
like reach up. That would probably do it for me.
I think I'll take the hands. Spiders?
I know spiders aren't your jam.
I'll take paranormal over snakes or spiders any day.
Oh, God. Snakes is a different story, Mindy. We didn't say snakes. We said spiders.
I know. You got another one for us?
I do, and this is from Jennifer from Atlantic City. Oh, boy, this is sad. My dead mom just left me a voicemail in my dream. That's the title of the dream.
Okay.
I lost her 3 years ago, and it was very unexpected and unbelievably hard. We had a great relationship, and I miss her every day. When I saw Mom on my phone in this dream, my heart sank.
I'm sure. I mean,
could you imagine? I can't. I can't even imagine.
Mm-hmm.
It was her voice just saying, "Hi, baby, it's me, June East. Give me a call." That's exactly what she said. I just woke up in tears, and I know it sounds silly, but does June East mean anything?
Aw.
Man, I don't know, honey. I don't know.
June could be anything. I mean, who knows? Maybe it's a future thing. Maybe she sees something in your future that someday it's not going to make sense today, but it could make sense in the future.
And East too, when there's so many things with directions that we're just going to have to kind of wait and see on this one. I feel like.
I think so. But thank you for sharing.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
At least you got to hear Mom's voice. That has to be, even in a dream, that has to feel special.
Yes.
Okay, this is an interesting one. This is a dream story from Laurel, and I don't know where Laurel is from, so I'll just say Laurel. As a child, I had a recurring dream of a little blonde girl in a high chair in a kitchen that I didn't recognize from my own life. Fast forward 35 years.
Oh, boy.
I find my biological sister, who is blonde, and I'm a brunette like my bio mom. And my biological sister has a photo of herself exactly like what I saw in my dreams.
Oh my God.
I should mention she is 2 years older than me, and I never met her as a child. I was placed in closed adoption prior to birth and left at a hospital with my adoptive parents.
Oh my God.
Family lore says that all female children on my bio mom's side have the sight. I 100% believe it, as I am prone to both seeing and dreaming about events before they occur.
Get it, girl. Use that sight. Figure it out.
Yes. Can you imagine?
Study it. Just let it. Don't let it scare you. Let it embrace you and learn how to use it.
For good.
For good.
But not for evil. Evil. Can you imagine that all of a sudden that exact moment when she saw that picture from her sister?
I would die.
And was like, that's it. That I saw it. I've already seen this.
Yes.
Like, wow. Wow, wow, wow.
That is a wow moment, isn't it? This is from Kristen from Jansen. My dream started where I was walking up a hill. At the top of this hill was a massive tree, fantasy-sized. Under the tree was a man.
I'm just picturing like the tree from Animal Kingdom at Disney.
Oh, see,
The big giant
I have
tree
not
of life.
been
Okay.
since I was 17. Don't laugh at me, Mindy.
I'm not laughing at you. I only went once, and that was like a couple years ago with a bunch of kids. It took me like 40 years to get there. I mostly went for me. I'm not lying. I brought my kids with just to be nice.
Under the tree was a man. I don't know how I know, but I knew he was Budda.
Oh.
It was like we were good friends. I walked up to him and we hugged. We both sat with our backs against the tree, not speaking, just enjoying the weather. It sounds
beautiful.
lovely.
I'm there. I am right there.
It was a sunny day. Budda stood up, picked 2 apples from the tree, and handed me one. Now, this seems like a Christianity trick to me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So is Budda playing a joke? I don't know. He sat back down, and we both ate our apples in silence, and then something woke me up. I'm not sure of the meaning of this dream, if any, but I can't stop thinking about how peaceful and beautiful of a moment it was. I was so satisfied with everything. I would love to have this dream again one day, if only it worked that way. Exactly.
Yeah,
if only it worked that day.
Oh, I want to have that dream too.
I have an apple with Budda.
What do you think Budda would talk about, or does he not talk? I mean,
well, it seemed like it was pretty
it's not like
quiet.
Gandhi didn't talk.
No, it seems like he was pretty quiet during this whole encounter.
If you could ask him one question.
Will you marry me?
I was not expecting you to ask to propose to the Budda.
Well, I'm here for surprises. How about you? Okay. What would you ask?
I was thinking like world peace, or like, how do we, fix conflict
like
of
I can
humankind,
fix world peace.
Just, I would like to know his opinion.
What? Okay, so do you think
marriage.
Is that what you'd ask? His opinion on world peace?
Yes.
Okay.
How can we better humans? And Brooke just wants to have a party.
I want a ring and a party.
Well, sure.
I'm sure Budda's very wealthy.
Yeah, I'm sure.
He lives with nothing in a monastery. I don't think he's having the most financial stability.
All right. Well, I've got Miles here from Denton, North Carolina. I don't remember much about my dreams. I can usually only recall tiny snips of them as I remember them throughout the day. This time, I was in an airport. For some reason, I was in the arrivals area. I turn around, and there was J. Alexander. Miss J. You got it. You got it.
I love Miss J.
I know you love Miss J. I know. And I always loved watching America's Next Top Model.
So excited.
You're like, I don't care where this is going.
I don't care if the dream's over.
In.
Good dream.
I'm in. Brooke, do you want the honors?
Yes. If you don't mind.
Please. Be my guest.
Hashtag. What does J. Alexander dream?
I'm sure it's fabulous. Gotta be fabulous.
Should we even go to the next step maybe for our sleepover squad?
Oh, we could. Yeah, we could. Go ahead.
Let's
I know
just
where you're going
say that Miss J may have sent me a special birthday message from Cameo, and it's the best thing I've ever seen.
I know. This was like the best gift you ever received, I think is what you said. Like, this is the best gift I've ever gotten.
I've shown it to everyone I've met, even strangers.
Like 10 times.
If I'm in the grocery store line, I'm like, hey, you guys want to watch this?
Miss J is my friend.
Oh, Miss J. Be fierce.
Love it.
Be fabulous.
Be so fierce. And tell us your fierce dreams.
Yes.
Fierce and fabulous. And I'm sure that a lot of gorgeous fashion.
I love you.
All right. So Miles is in the airport arrivals and turns around and sees Jay Alexander.
I can't.
From America's Next Top Model in a pink sweater. Just when you thought this dream couldn't get any better, Brooke.
I don't want to scream because my levels will get crazy, but I am like all over this.
Maybe this is because I just saw Avatar, but he was tall, abnormally tall, like 10 foot kind of tall.
She's gorgeous. She's got legs for days. Yeah, she could be 10 feet tall.
Hey, you're that guy from TV, right? I say. Yes, I am, they reply. I took a step forward and we shook hands. Cool. Have a nice day, man, I said. You too, said Jay. And then we went our separate ways.
Oh my God. I would have been humping his leg.
My dreams are always like this. Completely boring aside from one minor detail, which makes it exciting.
I was going to say, if you consider this dream boring, I am not friends with you anymore. This is the best dream ever.
This dream was enough to wake me up and question, why the hell was I having that dream?
Hey, because you wanted to have a good time in your dream?
Don't question it.
And yet, when you're with Miss J, it's going to be a good time.
It's going to be a good day all around. Mm-hmm. I love it. Love it.
Miss J, my baby girl. I wish I had that dream.
You try tonight with that Ambien. You try.
I'm going to try
Maybe you'll have some.
real hard.
Think about Jay when you go to bed.
I'm going to watch my Cameo like 17 times.
There you go.
And I'll be in bed like, they found her in bed watching a Cameo for someone named...
Well, repeat. Weird.
Mr. J. Alexander, but she goes by Miss J. That's my new obituary. And
I'll make sure it's written that way.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I know you would. And
I'll even get the Cameo for your eulogy. A new one.
If only would be a dream come. I have said that. I don't know if I've told you this, but I have said I've only received 2 cameos in my whole life, but both of them have been spectacular. And I've told Brett, but I'm telling you because you're the best friend. Uh-huh. I think it would be really, really fun if my fiance, when I have one, like proposes over a Cameo, like picks like my favorite actor or musician and like sends in the information and it's like, okay, now turn around and like he's just down on...
That would be good. That would be cool. And for our bestie who doesn't know what Cameo is, this might be a little confusing, so maybe we can explain it real quick.
Mm-hmm. Cameo is an amazing app out there where you can look up different celebrities that might be advertising
their services, you say?
Yeah, that doesn't sound right. I was like, how am I going to explain this? Basically, you choose a celebrity that is on the website, and then they're all different prices depending on
how famous they are usually.
Stature, yes. Mm-hmm. And then you can send them some bits of information about the person you want the message to go to. And then they record a message for your loved one and it gets sent to them, birthday, Christmas, whatever. Maybe it's a Wednesday and you're like,
Wednesdays suck.
Maybe
Brooke.
she just needs a little Wednesday pickup, you know?
I would love, we should see if Cameo wants to sponsor us because I think this is a raving review.
It is a raving review because 2 out of 2, 100% I give. 100% both were.
Who was the other one?
It's Brandy Glanville from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
That's right.
But seriously, I don't know what it is about cameos. Like, they mean so much. I mean, we live in this. Yeah. I mean, for me especially, like,
because you're just
I live in that pop culture world, you know, and I'm like, Miss J is talking to me and telling me my cat's names and telling me I like vodka, and I'm like, I do.
It's like you're almost real friends, Brooke.
Almost. Like
if someone had to be paid to be your friend.
Almost real.
I know your cat's name, and I know you like vodka. So where's my $10? Can
you send me a little quick video, and that will be my birthday?
I will.
And just send it to Brett first, so that when he sends it to me, it'll seem like a birthday present.
Oh, because he's paying for it. Yeah, someone's got to pay for my time.
Someone's got to pay for your time. Shonda from Tulsa. So basically, it was a small area, a village, swamp, forest, mountain in the middle, a giant glass elevator. Mm-hmm.
No, we're in the back of the elevator. Oh, I know where this is. You know where
it is. Do you know what floor?
This is a Christian's world.
This is Christian's world.
This has to be floor 412.
It has to be. I feel like this is a 412.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be. Because a weird monster made of mud and slime comes from the swamp, threatening the entire town.
No.
Me and my crush, in quotes, had to go look for some keys and go up the elevator.
Okay.
We find the keys and open the elevator.
That was on floor 500, by the way. Penthouse.
But in a turn of events, the glass elevator breaks.
Oh no.
And causes us to fall far down to a hellscape.
No.
A hellscape. Who says hellscape? Wow.
It's hot down there.
We find the slime monster, fight it, and we both sit at his giant throne while the whole town cheers for us. The end. That's what it says.
That's a good. I like that one. I like it.
Yes, it's a positive ending.
I mean, besides like the terrifying
slime monster,
elevator crashing hell ride,
hellscape. Yeah, I mean the rest of it seemed pretty good.
All right, I have a short and sweet one to wrap it up with. This is Juan from Detroit, Michigan. I had a dream that I was living with my family in a new house, but the house was haunted by a chicken. I can't do it while you're drinking because...
I'm back. The house was haunted by a chicken.
The house is haunted by a chicken that got into your bed while you were sleeping.
Oh, no.
I don't know if it's a ghost chicken or it's just a chicken.
Either way, no thanks.
If it got mad, it exploded. It had a grenade type thing strapped to its back and sounded like a robot when it creeped up on you. The only thing you could really do was keep your cool because it fed on fear.
Oh, these grenade chickens are making me nervous.
Well, he did title this one Chicken Bomb.
Chicken Bomb.
Haunted. Well, if it's haunted, I'm guessing it's a ghostly chicken with a vendetta.
Yeah, it probably is. Yeah.
He had a hard time in Nam. He's got
some demons.
PTSD.
He's got some demons to work out.
Yeah, he does. You got to give him some therapy. Well, that was a fun group of catnaps. I don't know what I liked more, the J. Alexander in a pink shirt or riding In elevators.
I think
good
we
stuff.
both know that my favorite was Miss J.
Of course.
Christian, thank you so much for your crazy elevator journey. And also, we have more elevator journeys in our catnaps.
Lots of elevators, yeah.
Lots of elevators tonight. But yes, thank you to Christian for your wild dream. And thank you to all of our catnap submissions because they were all over the place and we had a really fun time. And like I said, if you want to see Miss J, join our sleepover squad, REMelations.com/support.
Good fun.
Mindy, you have kids, right? If I'm not mistaken.
A few, yeah. And
You
just
have a few?
I believe so. I think, yeah. Mm-hmm. Or at least these smaller people run around my house and ask me for money.
These shorter people eating your food and living there
Yeah.
might be your kids.
Yeah, they might be.
I don't want to put you on the spot, but like kids say
you will.
the craziest things. I know.
Yes.
Has any one of your kids ever said anything that like scared the bejesus out of you?
Scared me.
Was like so creepy where you're like, what the what? And if not, that's totally fine.
No, I would say the one thing that it's not creepy, but it is funny. And since we are coming up on the Lenten season.
Oh, we are in the Lenten season. Oh, wait.
We are in, that's right. We're technically in the Lenten season. My oldest, when she was little, I said, what do you want to give up for Lent? Like usually, it's like candy. Or something. She goes, dead stone cold delivery. My sister's. I was like, well, I don't think that's an option. But it'll always stick with me.
Honest,
it'll always stick with me.
Stern, like she knew what she wanted to give up for
all three
Lent.
of them gone.
God bless. She knew what she wanted. I love that.
But no, nothing scary. Nothing that creeped me out in any sort of way.
Well, I have a list of things that kids have said to their parents that are nightmare-inducing, if not maybe nightmares themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Okay.
are these things
Yeah.
kids have dreamt? Or are they really happening? Or whatnot? So I'm going to
Okay.
read
Fun. Yes.
some... Whoo! Okay. What's the eeriest thing a child has ever said to you? When my daughter was around 4 or 5, she calmly insisted that she had once been married to a man named Brad Huffington. When we asked...
Very
what-
specific.
Very.
Yes, Miss
Brad
Miss
Huffington. Brad
Huffington.
Huffington. I am
Bradley
Mrs.
Huffington the third.
of the Huffingtons.
That's how she would say it too. Yes, darling.
Yes, darling, I'm from the Huffingtons.
You have not heard, no, of us? Our summer home?
When we asked what happened to him, she replied with a note of sadness, he was lost at sea.
Oh,
I mean, this is...
Mr. Huffington was a sailor.
Mr.
Or on the
Huffington
Titanic.
is lost at sea.
That's horrible.
But I mean, for a 4 to 5-year-old to come up with
Right, lost
a
at
whole
sea.
name, Brad Huffington. I mean,
That's pretty
you
good.
don't just make up Brad Huffington.
No, it'd be like Elmo smiley face, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I agree. Okay, here's another one. Our 3-year-old daughter was playing happily. She suddenly stopped and said, the last time I was here, I was sitting by the river and some men came and threw me in. I died. She then went on playing and has no recollection of the incident.
Weird.
Very chilling.
Huh?
Just
Okay.
very chilling.
Yep. It's funny because one of the twins, the older twin, she's like, do you believe in reincarnation? And I said, I believe that anything's really a possibility. You know,
Yeah,
there's a lot of
yeah.
religions that do believe in it. She goes, I think it could be true. Like she's pretty convinced that we're
She's
reincarnated.
figuring it out on her
Yeah.
own. Like because
that's what Buddha
kids-
said.
Yes, that's what Buddha said. All kids know is what we teach them.
Mm-hmm.
So it all depends on them trying to dig deeper and maybe find something that relates more to their own beliefs, which I think is amazing.
Except for this kid that you just died in a river.
Okay, Mindy.
They know something more.
Okay, we get it. In my early 20s, this is a different story.
Mm-hmm.
In my early 20s, I worked at a daycare. One of the 2-year-olds started randomly approaching myself and the other staff and would simply say, "Baby ghost."
Oh.
This occurred
Oh.
every other day for a week or two. One day, when his mom came to pick him up, I told her what he was saying and asked if it was something at home, too.
Do you have a cat named Ghost or something? Baby Ghost?
Yeah, like
that would make sense.
It goes, ooh, cute baby ghost. And she thought it was from something at daycare. So daycare thought it was something at home. Home thought it was something at daycare. This is a typical conundrum. We were both slightly freaked out. A few weeks later, the mom learned she was pregnant.
Oh.
Could have been a coincidence, but I can't help but wonder if he predicted the pregnancy or was the baby contacting their brother.
Interesting. Ooh, okay.
And this is something like I wanted to talk about because there was a subnote like that the mom left. It said, "It made me ponder an interesting thought. When we think of ghosts, we think of the ghosts of people who have died. But is it possible that there are ghosts of people yet to be born?"
Mm-hmm.
And
or that brings us back to the idea of reincarnation. Maybe you're between lives.
Maybe. I think that's very interesting. I agree. Okay, here's another one. We were driving into the city when, at the time, my 3-year-old pointed out the very tall skyscrapers and said, "I used to live in a tall building like that."
Could you imagine a 3-year-old saying that? You're like, "No, you didn't."
Right.
I've been with you since the day you were born.
like,
You never lived in it.
Shush your mouth. I had a lot of nice stuff, but it burned up.
Oh, dark.
I was alone there. I didn't have a family, and now I have a family.
Oh, a 3.
He did this several times, same exact story. We are a big family, and he adores his siblings with extra gusto.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Oh, God, that makes me sad, but like happy at the same time.
Was the building... Was it 500 stories? Did the elevator break into a burning inferno of hell?
Mindy, all of those things happened. We know. We know. Why are you bringing it up again? I'm just kidding. Yes, all of those things happen. This is another creepy one. My son used to talk to and about German soldiers while he was alone in his room.
Oh, no.
He was 3.
No. You don't know. You don't even know about German soldiers. Like at 3.
You shouldn't know about German soldiers, little man.
Oh, that is...
He's probably so confused, Mindy. Like,
I know.
Who are these people and why am I hearing this?
Oh, that's not the one you want to be reincarnated from.
No. Okay. We live 300 plus miles from my parents, so our son only saw them twice a year at most.
Okay.
He did talk to them on the phone as much as a child under 4 could. My dad died 3 weeks before our son's 4th birthday. We were all at the funeral, and our son sang "Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star" to my dad as he, in quotes, slept in the casket at the viewing. Several weeks later, I got my son up for preschool. He was extra tired. I asked him why he was tired, and he said, "I'm tired because I was up all night playing games with Grandpa."
Oh.
He went on to tell me they played Chutes and Ladders, Candyland.
Oh, it's going to break my heart.
I know, which were all games they had at the house. It made me cry both sad and happy tears. I asked him, next time Grandpa stops by, please tell him I say hi.
Oh.
He promised he would, but the subject never came up again.
Oh, he just wanted to hang out with his grandson. That's so cute.
So cute.
Oh.
When my niece was about 2.5, she told her dad on the way to daycare that they forgot the diaper bag for her sister, who was about 6 months old.
Okay.
My brother-in-law turned around to go back home for the bag. On the way back to daycare, there was a fatal accident involving both the cars that were originally ahead and behind him.
Oh, my God.
He asked her why, so his daughter, his 2.5-year-old daughter,
There's something going on there.
asked her why she told him about the bag. Her answer, the little girl in the front seat told her.
Oh, crazy. Yep, that's giving me chills. That's giving me chills.
Yes,
Thank God.
exactly.
Thank God.
My youngest, she's 28 now, used to be scared to go upstairs alone, even during the day. We had one bathroom upstairs. She would wait for anyone else to go up. Then she'd race upstairs to the bathroom. I get it, girl. Get it. You gotta go, you gotta go.
Yep.
I finally got her to tell me why she was so scared of the upstairs, even in daylight. She told me this scary old witch lady would appear in or near the closet, and she described her crazy hair, her claw hands, and how small and hunched over she was.
Nope.
So that was the story, but then the mom made a little subnote that says, a few days later, we were at my parents' house, and I asked my mom for any photos of her mom. My daughter freaked right the hell out. The scary lady was my mom's mom.
Oh.
She had severe rheumatoid arthritis and used a wheelchair and was hunched over.
Oh.
Her hands were misshapen from the rheumatoid arthritis, with big knots on her knuckles, and her fingers were bent like claws. The crazy hair was because she had to wait for someone else to comb it for her because she couldn't do
Oh,
it
it'd break my heart. Yeah. Oh.
with her own hands.
So it wasn't a scary lady. It was just great grandma.
Not a scary lady, but wow, what an amazing thing to like connect to another generation.
And it just calls back to that dream we had from Laurel earlier where she saw her sister before she knew she had a biological sister. The exact same thing. Like, that just blows my mind.
It does, because I don't know how I would handle these situations.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I would be cool, calm, and collected, but who the hell knows? When you're put in that kind of situation, you might react differently than you ever thought you would.
I wonder if some of these kids that were doing it like when they were younger, when they were 3 or 2, or if they have any recollection of it as an adult. Like, or if it's something that was just like a fading thing, it was like there and then it was gone. Because I also think that people who are sensitive in that, they kind of always have been. So it's like not shocking to them for something to happen. They've always had weird things or things they couldn't explain from a young age. From the people I know who are sensitive.
Totally agree, but that's the thing that's scary is because they don't have guidance.
No.
Like, there are these children that you know have sensitivity or even special traits, but it's not like something that you are taught or you go to school and learn about.
You don't read about that in your parenting book.
Yeah, that's
like,
not in there.
If your kid acts like this, they might be sensitive.
That's not in there. You produce a devil worshiper, and you must have skipped that chapter.
My grandma was always sensitive. Like, my mom's mom knew people were pregnant before they knew they were pregnant. Like,
I
she'd
think
always
you told me that.
Yeah, she always
like
would have a dream of someone who passed, and that's when she knew that someone was pregnant. Like, she knew my mom was pregnant before my mom knew. She knew some of her grandchildren. Like, some people just have that ability, and I think it's incredible.
It's that sensitivity. You have to be open to it.
Yes, true.
And if you are open to it, it can be so enlightening. And obviously, your grandma was open to
Well, she was
this
born on
idea.
Halloween, so she was a witch. So, just keep that in mind. All right. Well, I think that's a good note to end it on, Mindy's lack of witchiness. And you know, Bestie, you can make it up to me. My lack of feeling fulfilled as a witch. Just do us one favor and let's tell your best friend about the show. Tell your favorite sensitive person. They probably already know, though. They probably already know.
They already know.
Tell the person that gets on the elevator with you that, hey, listen to REMelations, but also, can you hit 500 on? Can you hit number 500? That's where we're going. Floor 500. Penthouse, baby. Can you tell them about the podcast?
Could you imagine the numbers on that elevator? It would be like 7 feet tall, like 1, 2.
Well, nowadays they have like the actual. They have the actual like you can push in like dial in the number. You don't have to like. You don't have one button for every floor, Brooke.
Miss Mindy knows all.
Or you can tell your wife after your fight, say, stop calling me stinky strawberry cheesecake and just listen to this podcast because it's going to make you feel a lot happier and we're going to get over our fight. It's great. It's great. And thanks for the mutton chops. They look awesome.
Mutton chops, they're not coming back in.
Bestie, that's how we grow, is if you just tell 1 or 2 people every week. That's how we see our numbers go up, and that's why we keep coming back and doing this show for you.
Hi, Mindy.
Hey, we're still here. Like, hi again. We haven't gone anywhere. We're just in another segment of the show. Hi. What's new? Like, we're recording a couple of these in succession because I'm going to be gone on vacation. So we're just trying to get a bunch of them out. So I feel like I just
not
talked
a
to you.
bunch new since we last spoke.
But I do have
I think it's what you're saying. But
Yeah.
you do have something interesting to tell?
I do have a trip. Mark and I are headed to St. Louis tomorrow for 2 of our kids are in a soccer tournament. So the best part of it is it's outdoors in February in St. Louis, which isn't very warm. You know what the temperature is going to be?
I sense your sarcasm, and I agree.
I think any parent, any sports parent, especially outdoor sports parent, soccer, baseball, softball, yeah, yay.
Mindy, it's February.
I think the temperature at the start of the game is supposed to be about 30, so we're just going to bring lots of blankets and cheer on those kickers.
The
Go
Kickers?
Kickers. That's the name of their team. Go Kickers.
Go Kickers! Forever happily.
Well, it's not going to make me any warmer.
No, it's
But yeah, so not really looking forward to the car drive nor to the sitting in cold. But St. Louis, yeah. Let me know if there's
me in St. Louis.
I'm gonna sing that the whole way there to Mark. How'd you know? What else? St. Louis, got that, and then we have our live show coming up this weekend.
Oh yes.
So you and I will be face to face in our jammies, making people laugh.
And we have
fun.
special jammies.
We do have special jams, and then you're coming here. You're gonna have a good night's sleep.
I might sleep there for like 4 days because I know you're going to be away, and it's the only place that I sleep soundly. It's so strange.
If you had not gotten this new job, you could have like just stayed here and dog sat.
If I hadn't gotten this new job, I could have just stayed here and taken care of everything. But like,
So that's your news. New job starting.
new job.
Good job. Congratulations. Very exciting.
Merci beaucoup.
Well, I think it's a good fit for you from what I know. And I think you're going to do
I think
amazing.
it is too.
Yeah.
I love you.
Love you. Is the Ambien now really getting there? Is it getting in?
Yeah, it's really getting there because I'm getting very also with Ambien when I start getting hungry, that means Ambien's kicking in.
Oh.
Because you're not supposed to have it I don't know, 2 hours
make you
before
hungry?
you eat. But for me, it makes me hungry. So I know that when I start getting hungry I'm on the short path to falling asleep.
You're on the elevator to the land of Nod.
I'm on the...
Well, enjoy the scenic view from the 500th floor. And
thank you.
I hope you have some amazing dreams tonight.
I might.
Ambient dreams. Hey, Bestie, if you have
dreams.
ambient dreams, we want to hear them. Let us know. Love to know.
All right, Bestie. Until next week. Sweet dreams, bitches.